Hey everybody, Jill Annenberg Lawrence here, and I'm so excited. We are going to talk about Feng Shui and the energy of your space during quarantine with my good friend Lisa Ystrom. Hi Lisa.
Hello.
Lisa sent a wonderful newsletter last week and I immediately responded, oh my gosh, I have to interview you about this because the information is so good that I wanted to share it with everybody that I could. We are going to go through a bunch of Feng Shui information, but first, for the people who don't know what Feng Shui is, Lisa, will you define that for us?
It is the ancient Chinese art and science of creating harmony between people and their surroundings. When we have that harmony and we have that flow, wonderful things can come into our life. Wouldn't want to be meditating and working out, doing all these things, and then your physical space doesn't support that.
Yeah, 100%. And the big thing that you had talked about was we're all home right now, but this also happens to be spring, season of spring cleaning, and everyone's saying use this time wisely. So let's just jump right in.
Sure.
What would you say with spring cleaning? We're quarantined, everyone's home. What is your first tip for what do we do with our time?
As far as cleaning, closets was the first thing that came to mind. People can have really neat looking spaces and you'd walk in like, oh, it looks great. But then if they have completely cluttered, disastrous closets, energetically that's still affecting us. In Feng Shui, we say it doesn't need to be seen to affect you. And so that's one example of that. Now that we are home, we have more time to go through. And in Feng Shui, we also like to let go of the things that no longer serve us. So if you go through your closet and go through like sections of my closet at a time, I think that's totally fine. You got to do whatever works for you. The whole thing of Feng Shui is we want to be in control of our stuff, not have it control us. So you want to have that closet work for you and let go of the things. When I first started, I had cowboy boots from the 80s and like, I'm not going to wear these things anymore. So,
but that's so cute. I would love a pair of cowboy boots.
They were cool. They were great at the time, but you just have to be like, am I ever really going to wear that, and let go of the guilt, get rid of the stuff they really aren't going to use and let it go have another life.
Caveat here with getting rid of stuff. So you've seen my space and I'm very clean and organized.
Amazing.
Thanks. Well, I've worked on it. But I do have a few dresses that I will never wear again because they have such great memories and just times attached to them. Like I have this mirror ball dress that I wore in Vegas on my 25th birthday. It has like a soda stain on the back, but when I see it, it floods me with so many good memories. But then on the other hand, I have beautiful blouses, but there's yellow armpit stain, right? I can't just sit like this. So it's getting rid of those items, like you said, that don't serve us and don't bring out our best selves.
Right. The intention behind everything is so important. I'm not a minimalist. I do not promote it. Feng Shui doesn't even promote minimalism. If you have those things and they make you happy, I see absolutely no harm in that whatsoever.
I saved a quote that you put in your newsletter that I'm going to read here. You said, spring cleaning, it isn't just about sorting through things and getting rid of clutter. It's about taking stock of who you are and how others see you. It's a chance to redefine yourself, to change expectations, and to remember that it's never too late to recapture who you were or to aim for who you want to be.
When I see these quotes, I like to share them because they've done something for me, so I like to share that.
And we'll link to your stuff later on, but just real quick, tell everybody what your Instagram handle is so they can follow you right now.
My business is Intentional Living Feng Shui. Instagram is at Intentional Living Feng Shui, and I put quotes and Feng Shui tips, and hopefully I'm inspiring people.
Yes, you are inspiring people. So next, let's move on to all those beautiful things that are behind you, books and bookshelves.
So getting rid of books that no longer serve us. As you can see, I have a ton of books and you're only saying a fraction of what I have. I'm a book lover. These books, all I've gone through, like, when I started learning Feng Shui and doing my decluttering process, I got rid, if you can imagine, I got rid of tons of books, but I have art books, resource books, personal growth, inspirational books, that kind of thing. I have a huge shelf full of Feng Shui books. Like, I love my books. So I'm never going to squawk at anybody for having too many books. But once again, we want to sort of be in charge of it. We want to get rid of the ones that we're not going to use, let them go have another life. I donate to the library. You also want to be mindful of your books. You want to make sure they're supporting the life that you want to be living. You want to make sure they have a positive message. Books are energy, just like everything else is energy. So maybe don't have murder mysteries in your love corner or something like that. You kind of want to be mindful of the place of that. My home office falls into my skills and knowledge area. So that is a wonderful place to have your books.
Laying on the couch or sitting and just reading a book, turn your phone off and relaxing into that. And as a holistic health coach, I'm always about what am I about?
Who am I? What's happening?
Who am I? And take two. as a holistic health coach, I'm always about what's going on in your gut, in your intuition. What do you feel like you need to have? And not going out all like woo woo crazy, but really I can suggest something, but you might have a morning where it's like, no, I need to sleep in a bit more. Or no, I've got all this energy now and I want to stay up till midnight and work. Great. You have to listen to yourself. There's a lot of great information out there, but at the end of
Yeah,
the day, we know what's best for ourselves.
totally.
I've gone through all of my books and I love that tip of making sure that your books serve you and that the information is what you actually still want to learn now. I had a
Yes,
few topics where I was like, I've outgrown it or I'm no longer interested
exactly.
in it. So by getting rid of that book, you're also taking something off of your to-do list, an unseen pressure of, oh, I got to read that book when you don't even care about it anymore.
Exactly. If it's like, okay, I'm not going to do that skill anymore or whatever, and then I let them go.
And another idea right now, we're going through the coronavirus pandemic.
Yeah.
So you're watching this during that time, taking your books and putting them out in front of your home or your apartment complex and putting a note that says free books, take me home and learn a new skill. I've been
Yeah.
putting things out to just donate or give away. And it makes
Yeah.
me feel really good to know that I'm no longer using something, but I'm giving something to other people that can either be of entertainment, of value, a source of inspiration. So the whole thing, I think, also with Feng Shui is like passing along good energy.
It's wonderful. I love it when I can give something that somebody I know they're actually going to use it.
Absolutely. We're spending the time inside of our homes.
Yes.
And I wrote this down. You said in Feng Shui that the doors are the mouths of our spaces and
Uh-huh.
the windows are the eyes. Will you speak on that?
We open the doors and that's how energy comes into our spaces. That's how
Mhm.
opportunities come. We say in Feng Shui through the front door, but windows are crazy important too. And want to see a bright future, clean your windows. And honestly, I think the majority of people don't even pay attention to their windows. Like they maybe after listening to this will look at them and realize how dirty they actually are because they do get dirty. When you have dirty windows and you clean them, oh my God, it's just really raises the energy. Once
Yeah.
people start paying attention to their surroundings, we want it to support and uplift you. And when you start realizing like the dirty windows or the clutter or the stuff I don't like anymore, like that really brings us down. So we're always wanting to pay attention to that and raise that energy, and cleaning windows is one more way of doing that.
Yeah. And this is somewhat off topic, but relevant. Instead of using paper towels, because one, it's a limited resource and we want to save the environment. And right now, that
Yeah.
and toilet paper are
Yeah.
shortage. Share with everyone what you had told me about the microfiber towels that you're cleaning with.
Oh, the nano towels.
Yes.
Nanotowel.com or Amazon sells them. And they're like a microfiber, but better because you only need to use water. I am so excited to know about these things because no chemicals, Feng Shui, we're usually talking about our physical space and all that, but all the, which, is so much what you talk about, all the toxins, all the stuff. So we don't want to use cleaners that have chemicals in them. The nano towels are wonderful for just cleaning in general. And then they're great for cleaning windows and mirrors. And I have to say, when you clean them with that, they seem to stay cleaner longer for some reason.
I've studied a lot about environmental
Yes.
toxins, what we clean our houses with, what we ingest, inhale, absorb,
Yes.
all of that makes a big difference.
Yes.
I understand right now that people are very concerned. So I would say, I don't want you to stress yourself out because stress is a source of illness as well. So right now, do whatever you need to do.
Exactly.
But once we get past this, moving into green cleaning, one for yourself, for the environment, for the animals, so important. But I looked this up on the website because I wanted to be accurate. So within Windex, ammonium hydroxide, fragrance, sky blue dye. So the Environmental Working Group, EWG.org, they rate different cleaning products and they give Windex a D. So this is one of the worst products that we could use.
Wow.
The substance rates severe for being an eye and a skin irritant. Also, anything that we're spraying and then we're ingesting in has a problem on our respiratory health. So this substance can cause a cough, sore throat, labored breathing, even shortness of breath. These are just a few things. I'm not going to spend too much time because that's not what this is about.
Yeah.
But just a heads up on what we clean our homes with, what we wash our bodies with, what types of chemicals that we allow into our homes, because we're spending on average, like 60% of our time and now almost 100% of our time. You want your indoor air to support your overall health and the energy that Feng Shui is moving around.
And that is another thing that falls into the doesn't need to be seen to affect you.
Yes.
Electromagnetic fields, that's a whole other thing, but exactly the air that we're breathing, you don't see it, but if it has chemicals in it, the smells, like sometimes people use the Febreze, or they have the scented whatever's going on in their space, not the essential oils and diffusers, but like the fake stuff.
Yes.
And now, because I don't use that fake stuff, I'm so sensitive to it and I can't even handle being around it. I mean, like my sinuses just will flare up. But yes, the air, like you said, if you're spraying things, that's getting into our systems. And now more than ever, we need to be more careful with that.
You had mentioned about keeping your windows and your doors open. Tell me why fresh air is important.
We don't like things to be stagnant in Feng Shui. We like movement. So opening your windows and getting fresh air, it uplifts the energy and it just great for us.
Yes. The Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, says that our indoor air can be 5 to 10 to 100 times worse than outdoor air.
Yes.
So every day I open the windows, I open the door, even when it's cold outside, I just crack it and let fresh air come in for a bit.
Yeah, it just feels so much better when you get the windows open. It's great.
Speaking of life and bringing new things into the house,
yeah,
let's talk about flowers and plants and that form of life creating and bringing happiness to us.
Absolutely. We call energy chi in Feng Shui. So they are one of the chi enhancers that we talk about. Plants, there's something about them. They do something with the air.
They like absorb all the negative stuff and then they're putting out great oxygen for us.
Yes. Fresh cut flowers raises the energy. You go to Trader Joe's, you can get sunflowers for like $4 or $5. And I dare you to have sunflowers and be in a bad mood.
A few thoughts here. So I'm in Southern California. So when I take the dogs for a walk, there's lots of flowers that are sprouting up. So sometimes I'll just snip a couple and put them in a small vase, like by the sink. The other thing I wanted to say is buying herbs, basil, whatever you like to cook with in your windowsill so they'll stay fresh inside. Tell everyone what you had said about how many flowers you put when you're trying to attract love into your life.
Did I talk about 2 versus 1? That's what we're talking about. Yes. So in Feng Shui, they'll want to attract love in their life, and you walk into their space and they have single images, a single flower. We want to show sets of things, pairs of things, couples of things, if we want to attract love into our life. So yes, I would do 2 flowers versus 1 flower if love is what you're wanting to attract into your life, for sure.
Yeah. When Lisa came over to Feng Shui my home, and she came into my bedroom, and I had this big blanket with blown up faces of my 2 dogs on my bed, and she's like, no. Has to come off. And then on my dresser, I had a picture of me and my brother and me and my sister. And she's like, no, only you and your husband belong in this bedroom.
In the bedroom, exactly. We only want pictures of the couple in a bedroom.
While we're on the bedroom topic, let's talk about bed sheets and bedding. Me personally, every Friday I change my bed sheets. And because I have dogs who like to sleep on my pillow, I change the pillows out every Tuesday. So for Feng Shui, talk to us about our bedding and the hygiene in that area, and for spring cleaning too.
Yeah, I mean, you want to change your sheets at least once a week. Even when we're clean, we're shedding, our skin cells and stuff are coming off. We just have natural oil. Our bedding gets dirty. And so we say in Feng Shui, what's closest to you has the greatest impact on you. So what's closer to you than the theoretical 8 hours that we're sleeping those sheets? Feng Shui loves clean because clean is a higher energy. Our comforter cover, the duvet covers, if you have that. I've had male clients. I have been shocked. It's just like amazing how long it's gone without cleaning them.
But you in college, maybe think about that before sleeping with a guy, because who knows how many women he slept on that bed with and didn't wash his sheets.
Yeah.
Clean is a higher energy in Feng Shui, and I really do think that where they say cleanliness is close to godliness, I feel mentally so much clearer and focused when everything is clean and organized. So the first of the month, I wash all the blankets that are on our bed. I wash all the animal blankets throughout the house, and I wash all of the mats in the bathrooms. And I just hang them outside, let the sun dry them. But I do that on the first of the month just to keep myself in a rhythm, so I know that everything is cleaner and more sanitary.
Nice. Exactly. And it doesn't just feel better?
Yes, it feels so much better. And actually, one time when this had happened, I got food poisoning on the floor next to the toilet on top of the clean rug. And I was like, thank God I cleaned this rug.
Exactly.
My environmental toxins teacher, Laura Adler, she says, control the things that you can so you can worry less about the things that you can't. I think that's
absolutely
a phrase. You had also mentioned right now is a really good time to go within, work on your meditation practice, read those books, a lot about self-care. So I'd love to hear, I know you're so good at meditating and doing all of that, like your insight in this area.
Yeah, meditation, as you know, because we've talked about it a lot, is so crazy important. And especially now, there's so much that we cannot control right now. If we can get ourselves centered, and meditating is one of those ways of getting yourself centered, you're going to respond rather than react. So the
Yeah.
more grounded you can be,
Mhm.
and meditation is just such a wonderful way to do that. I cannot recommend meditation enough. It just helps you come from a much more grounded, balanced place.
Mhm. Yeah, I have a hard time waking up and doing it right away.
Yeah,
So I just wanted to share, find the time that works for you and
absolutely.
make it a practice. I have a hard time sticking to it because I'm like,
Yes,
oh, I'll do it later. And then next thing I know, it's nighttime. And I'm like, I'll
yes,
do it while I'm in bed. And then I fall asleep. And I'm like,
yes,
okay, tomorrow I'm going to start.
yes,
So I know you and I have talked about this a lot, but just
yes.
for everybody else watching, what would you say are your top 2 or 3 tips to get started and to set it as a habit?
One is to start. Do you know what I
Do
mean?
the damn
Like,
thing.
I will tell you, I can't always quiet my mind. Get over the judgment that you have to
Yeah.
do it right, getting into the practice. And I would say maybe just make a commitment to do it every morning. And you don't have to do it the second that you wake up, but maybe commit to doing it. Maybe there's a format. If you get into the habit of doing meditation, you will not want to stop. Put it on your to-do list and make a commitment to working it into your schedule, because
Mhm.
it's so easy to just, I'll do it later, I'll do it later.
I also find that if there's something really important for me, I have to do it first thing in the morning
Yep,
because sometimes there's things that come up or emergencies that sway your day.
yep,
I always work out for the most part first
yes,
thing in the
same
morning.
here.
That's just my habit. This morning I was like, "Ugh, I'm kind of hungry, but I wanted to watch this girl's Instagram live workout. And I was like, it's not going to be up later. So just do it. And it
Yes,
took 20 minutes. And next thing I knew, I was done. So in
right,
the same vein of just getting up, stop making the excuses. And
yes,
I'm saying I make it too
yeah, yeah,
and just do it. The other thing I wanted to show you guys is I keep this on my desk and it's 1 minute. So sometimes when I feel like I'm so busy and I have all these deadlines, I'll do it and I'll just sit at my desk, shut the computer down so I don't
yeah,
see anything. I just do 10 deep breaths for a minute and that resets me also. So there's different forms of
yes,
meditation. I think obviously the most beneficial is closing your eyes,
absolutely,
focusing your breath and letting the thoughts
yes,
go so that you're not focused on
yeah,
to-do lists and figuring stuff out. But then it also is
yes,
great to use a tool like this or the days when you just have so much
yes.
bullshit going through your head, listening to a meditation
So,
so you have something to guide you, but just choose something.
they actually have done studies where they've gotten groups of meditators together and crime rates drop. Meditation actually helps our immunity.
And
Just,
meditation is 5 times deeper of a relaxation than sleep.
yep,
It lengthens your telomeres, which help with
yes,
your memory. And it also is supposed to make you more beautiful and sleep better and all
yes,
of these other great things that come along with meditation.
yeah,
For people who are in quarantine that are fearful right now, that do
yeah.
feel lonely, what is the best way for them to implement feng shui and energy practices so that they can feel more connected and rise their vibration?
The cleaning is one thing, and it's going to sound totally nuts, but I love my home. I am connected to my home, but a lot of people aren't connected to their home. You literally can go around and touch the things in your space and physically connect to your space. And I know that sounds wacky, but you are actually connecting to it. And, gratitude is always something. Be thankful. If you have a home right now, you're lucky. We're part of the solution right now in staying home. Now is the time to contemplate and look at your space. What is serving me? What isn't serving me? And just reevaluate.
Yeah, I think all of that is beautiful. And it is true. The gratitude, I always say that gratitude is your yellow brick road to happiness. And if you are feeling lonely, get an
Totally.
accountability partner or a friend that you can
Yeah.
share gratitude lists with every day. I have a
Yeah.
friend that I do it with. I send her what I'm grateful for, what went well, and then what I
Yeah.
can work on because the self reflection is also really helpful. Service and helping other people and helping the animals and the things that we choose to buy, more of those
Yes.
things are made. So we can make a difference in big and little just
Yeah.
from the choices that we make and how we decide to connect.
Absolutely. It is going to be different when we come out the other side because you can't go through something like this and go back to the
Yeah.
same thing.
Well, is there
So
any other feng shui energy tips or anything else that you want to share before we wrap up?
it's okay to relax. It's
Yeah.
okay to sleep in. It's okay to take naps. It's taking a toll on people. I mean, it really that, and please don't listen to the news. Dip in, dip out. Get the information you need, but oh, please don't be sitting in front of the news 24/7
Fear based
causing.
and it puts us
Yeah.
in a place of, oh my God, what can I do? instead of turning it off and then actually going into action. I heard a phrase today that action decreases overwhelm. Just anything, like doing any sort of action.
Totally.
With energies, it's fleeting. Like I always say, like tomorrow's a new day. I'll feel completely different about this topic tomorrow when I've had a good night's sleep or I've eaten better. That's the whole thing with energy. And also I wanted to say, when I go outside and walk my dogs, the neighbors are so nice. Like everyone's so excited to see another human being and to say hello. So I think it can be a very positive change and a new perspective on being able to see and connect with one another.
Yes. I mean, the Feng Shui is all about energy. And so Feng Shui really is kind of a lifestyle. Energy is changing. We are constantly changing.
This has been so great. Lisa, thank you for hopping on and sharing all this wonderful information. And will you let everyone know what your website and your social handles are so they can check you out?
Website is intentionallivingfengshui.com. And then my Instagram at intentionallivingfengshui.
Awesome.
And if people go to my website, they can sign up for newsletters, so they can get the newsletters that you get. When they sign up, I send some free Feng Shui tips as well.
Ooh, I love it. Well, thank you for all these Feng Shui tips today. I'm going to open my windows now that the gardeners have left and let some fresh air in.
Perfect.
And I'm also going to do my damn meditation because I haven't done it yet.
Good girl.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you.